No kings, no temples, no wars carved into stone. Only silence and a perfection that still defies explanation. These are the ruins of Mohenjo-daro, a city planned with precision, built with purpose, and then abandoned. No legends tell their story, no monuments shout their names, just brick, dust, and symmetry. So who were these builders, and why did history forget them? This is the mystery of the Indus Valley Civilization. Over 4,000 years ago, as the pyramids rose along the Nile and ziggurats towered in Mesopotamia, another civilization was thriving quietly along the rivers of what is now Pakistan and northwest India. The Indus Valley Civilization. Spanning from 3300 to 1300 BCE, they built vast cities like Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, Dholavira and Lothal. Meticulously planned, technologically advanced, shockingly modern, and yet we barely talk about them. Why? Because they left no palaces, no conquering kings, and their script, still undeciphered, has kept their voices locked in silence. But make no mistake, their scale and sophistication rivaled the greatest empires of their time. They didn't build for power, they built for people. Long before the Greeks imagined symmetry, before Rome engineered its roads, the Indus Valley laid down city grids with logic and grace. Streets intersected at right angles, residential zones were clearly defined, no overcrowding, no sprawl. Each neighborhood was part of a greater whole, carefully organized, efficiently connected. At the center of it all were public spaces, great baths for cleansing or ritual, marketplaces for trade and gathering, and raised platforms that may have served as storage, stages, or community centers. The scale was vast, but the details were human. Drainage was built into every street, homes aligned to optimize airflow, and the same urban template was used across cities hundreds of miles apart. This wasn't random growth, this was intentional design, a civilization that saw the city not as a monument to rulers, but as a reflection of shared order. Most ancient cities were built to impress, but the Indus Valley was built to function. Beneath their quiet streets ran covered drains, an underground web of brick-lined channels angled perfectly for water to flow by gravity, away from where people lived. Every detail was intentional. Most homes had private toilets, not communal, private, linked directly to vertical shafts that emptied into the city's sewage system. Their bathing rooms had watertight floors and sloped drains, quietly directing wastewater out of the house and into the larger network. This was more than convenience, it was public health, thousands of years ahead of its time. No other ancient civilization, not Egypt, not Babylon, not even Rome, matched their level of hygiene. They engineered cleanliness. They lived in cities that breathed with purpose. No kings are remembered, but the rules they followed were exact. Across cities separated by rivers, deserts and centuries, the bricks were the same. Same size, same shape, same ratio, 1 to 2 to 4. This wasn't chance, it was standardization, executed with mathematical discipline. From Harappa to Dholavira, they used the same molds, the same proportions, as if every builder was trained from the same manual. And it didn't stop with bricks. Weights used for trade were carved to precise repeating units. Tools and measuring rods followed uniform systems. A decimal structure consistent across vast distances. This hints at something extraordinary, centralized planning, or even schools of engineering lost to history. While other civilizations built for glory, the Indus built for precision. They may have had no kings, but their commitment to order was absolute. No palaces, no war stories, no conquests carved into stone, just cities, carefully planned, peacefully lived in, and quietly abandoned. There's no evidence of kings, no armies, no slaves, perhaps no need for them. Their script remains unread, their leaders unnamed, but their values, order, cleanliness, cooperation, are written into the very bones of their cities. They didn't build to be remembered, they built to endure, and even in silence, their wisdom still speaks. In a world obsessed with conquest and glory, the Indus Valley reminds us, greatness doesn't need to shout. They built with intention, not ego, for people, not power. If that changed how you see the past, subscribe. Stay curious and join us next time as we journey to ancient China, to uncover a civilization that wove science, philosophy, and nature into one word: harmony.